up, guys? Welcome to the Casual Horror Fan Channel. My name is Dan. Today, we're going to be going through everything I watched in July, not in any particular order, but I'll give you what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, if I finished it or not. We're going to start with May from 2002. It's directed by Lucky McKee, stars Angela Bettis, Jeremy Sisto, and Anna Faris. A lonely, socially stunted woman with a perfect doll from childhood starts collecting body parts from people she admires to build herself a friend. This is a good movie. I feel like this kind of went under the radar. You definitely don't think about it when you hear about like classics from the 2000s or anything like that. But this thing definitely hits. I mean, you have body horror, you have psychological horror. There's also just an interesting descent into madness where you kind of see her. I've said this before on this channel, but you see May become more socially acceptable as her actions become more ridiculous and evil, right? And I think it kind of speaks to how we perceive people relative to their actions, right? Or how we might judge someone based on how they present themselves as opposed to the things that they're doing. Definitely highly recommend. May 2002, really good movie. Fun, a little bit slow at times, but definitely worth a watch. Really weird. Next is Last Shift from 2014. I think this is streaming or was streaming on Netflix. It's directed by Anthony DeBlasi. It stars Juliana Harkavy, Joshua McKell, a rookie cop pulling the final overnight at a police station slated for closure realizes the building is haunted by a Manson-style cult leader who died there. It's fine. This just didn't do much for me. It was a little over the top. They never really explained the cult. The cult's not really that interesting. It definitely has some spooky elements to it. If you're looking for just the police station's kind of creepy. It kind of has that sterile hospital vibe that can be really uncomfortable. I thought the twist at the end was really good. I didn't see it coming, but I'm also notorious for never seeing twists coming. So don't. If I see a twist coming, it's a really bad twist. It was just okay. I think it got rated 5 out of 5 on IMDb. I'd give it a 5, yeah, or 5 out of 10. I'd give it a 5 out of 10. I mean, if you have nothing else to watch, it's not a terrible watch at all. Next is Phantasm, a cult classic from 1979, directed by Dom Coscarelli, Michael Baldwin, Bill Thornberry, Reggie Bannister, Angus Scrimm. A teenager investigates a sinister mortician, the Tall Man, running a small-town funeral home that's a gateway to something much stranger. This is terrible, guys. It's terrible. This is existing purely on nostalgia. This movie is incoherent. The acting is pretty bad. The story is disjointed. The special effects are dopey. Nothing about it is worth watching. I watched it because, I don't know, I'm starting this channel. I'm trying to get it, trying to watch some classics that maybe I haven't seen. Become a little bit less of a casual. And I will stay a casual because this movie absolutely sucks. Don't waste your time. Trust me. Next was a surprising solid one. It's The Howling from 1981, directed by Joe Dante, Dee Wallace, Patrick McNee, Dennis Dugan, a TV news anchor recovering from a traumatic stalker encounter retreats to a new age therapy colony that turns out to be crawling with werewolves. I loved it. I thought it was classic 80s werewolf. It was pretty creepy at times. I thought the acting was excellent. I thought the scenery was fantastic. I really like this one. I'm looking forward to watching. I'm not really a sequel guy, but I will watch the sequels because I really like this one. Definitely a fan. Highly recommend The Howling if you haven't seen it. I know it is a classic. Probably a lot of you have seen it. Next is The Dark and the Wicked from 2020, directed by Brian Bertino. Stars Marin Ireland, Michael Abbott. Siblings return to their family's isolated farm as their father is dying, and something evil starts picking off the family one by one. Guys, I haven't finished this yet. I've tried to watch it like 4 times. I've fallen asleep. It's dark and boring. I don't know. I don't think it's just a boring movie. I think it's a pretty good movie. I just haven't gotten through it. And I'm notorious for falling asleep during movies. And a lot of times if I like the movie, I'm more prone to fall asleep. So I actually don't want to knock this one yet. But I don't have much to say, really. I think the scene with the mother and her fingers is terrifying. And then I don't know, it seems very, very dark, which is fine. Next was An American Werewolf in London, 1981. This was the first time seeing this one, guys. Directed by John Landis, stars David Naughton and Jenny Agutter. 2 American backpackers are attacked on the moors. One dies and returns as a rotting ghost. The other slowly realizes he's turning into a werewolf. Honestly, this one deserved all the love. Deserved all the love it gets. I thought it was funny. I thought it was spooky. Obviously, the makeup was insane and really, really good. My only critique, and this is a different movie, I wish I would have seen a little bit more on the Moors. I think the Moors are so creepy and really, really interesting to me. It's also probably has a lot to do with me being interested in like English folklore, but just really dug it, man. Yeah, I mean, like, what do you say about an all-time classic? It deserves to be an all-time classic. Really happy that I watched this one. Okay, next is Backrooms, directed by Kane Parsons. It stars Chiwetel Ejiofor, Renate Reinsve, Mark Duplass. A strange doorway in a furniture showroom's basement leads to an endless shifting network of empty liminal rooms, and a therapist has to go in after a missing patient. So I feel like every day that goes by, I like this movie less. And I feel like that was actually something I said in my original review. I'm like, I'm wondering how this is going to sit with me. I need to watch it again. At the time, I did enjoy it, and I think it's a good movie. I do like creepypastas and I do like internet lore, but I also kind of hated the setting. Like, I love folk horror. I love things that are outdoors and dark and spooky, and this is just not bad. It's like a 90s freaking office that's like a weird 90s office. I mean, there's stuff about this that is excellent. It didn't resonate with me the way other films did. Um, and it just hasn't left a lasting impression. Again, I do want to go back and watch it, and that speaks to its rewatchability. I think there's going to be more interesting stuff here on the second, third watch. But so far, I think it was a little bit overhyped. Definitely a good movie. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely watch it. Next is Ghost Ship from 2002, directed by Steve Beck. Stars Juliana Margulies, Gabriel Byrne, Ron Elder. A salvage crew boards a derelict ocean liner adrift for 40 years and discovers the vengeful spirit of everyone who died aboard it. This is like a fun ghost film. It's not great. The acting is just okay, but it's creepy. It's on an old ship. They have some cool ghost stuff. I thought the twist is pretty interesting. I didn't see that coming, but again, notorious for not seeing twists coming. If I don't know, if you love like maritime stuff, which I kind of do, and you don't mind some mediocre acting, some cheesy early 2000s stuff, you can definitely enjoy this one. I would give it like a 5 out of 10, 5.5 out of 10. I think that's like close to its rating on IMDb. It's just slightly above average movie. Next is Evil Dead 2 from 1987, directed by Sam Raimi, starring Bruce Campbell and Sarah Berry. Ash returns to the cabin from the first film, and after his girlfriend is possessed, a night of demonic slapstick chaos and dismemberment ensues. So, like I said, it's a movie that I previously hated and wasn't able to get through 3 times. This time I sat down and said, I'm going to watch it. And I found it pretty enjoyable for what it is. Like, I guess it's not that low budget, but it's still pretty low budget. It's over the top. It has some creepy stuff. I actually kind of like the acting. I think Bruce Campbell's fun as Ash. I really like his chainsaw arm and the sawed-off shotgun. He's a pretty badass final man, final boy. It's a pretty fun watch. I don't know if I would go back and watch it, but like, yeah, I would say I enjoyed it. Next is something I've never seen before. It's Dreamwarriors, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 from 1987, directed by Chuck Russell. Heather Langenkamp stars Heather Langenkamp, Trisha Arquette, Robert Englund, of course. The last surviving Elm Street teens locked in a psychiatric ward learn to fight Freddy Krueger inside their shared dreams. So I wanted to watch this one. I'm trying to watch the whole Freddy series, and this is one that I think is Cody Leach's favorite Freddy movie. I'm not sure, favorite Nightmare movie. Yeah, I mean, it has its moments. To me, there's kind of an issue where, like in Freddy, in Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, like he's actually, and I always kind of thought this was like a potential contradiction. Like he's actually hurting the people, right? So it's like if they're getting slashed in the dream and they're like bleeding. It's not like them doing it to themselves. But then in this one, it seems like they're doing it to themselves. Like when he's like playing with the guy's innards, the guy's just like hanging out the window, right? There's like, nothing actually happening to him. And then it seems somewhat inconsistent throughout the movie. Like when he like electrocutes the girl, like she actually, but I guess she throws her. I don't know. If you watch it, you'll know what I'm saying. You'll know what I'm saying. And if you compare that to like the Johnny Depp kill from the first one, he's getting ripped apart. And this one, it's again because these are like people who are unaliving themselves, right? And that's like not really the case in the first one. So I thought that, but like, and otherwise, it's just a little too cheesy for me. It's a little too cheesy. I think if I watch, it's fine. It's fine. Like, it's not terrible, but it's just okay. Next is Friday the 13th from 2009, directed by Marcus Nispel. It stars Jared Padalecki, Daniel Panabaker, Amanda Rigetti, a reboot remake condensing the original trilogy. Jason Voorhees stalks a new group of campers and friends near Crystal Lake. So one thing I really liked about this is like you'll hear people talk like, oh, like, yeah, the first one sucks, but like, isn't it like we need to learn that like it was his mom, right? And it's like, oh yeah, like the second one sucks, but like I don't even know, is that where he finds the mask? Maybe I don't know. Whatever. I think it is. It might be the third though. And this just like condensed into like 15 minutes. This was really good. I thought Jared Padalecki's. This is by far the best Friday the 13th movie I've seen. I've only seen two other ones. By far the best Friday the 13th movie I've ever seen. It's awesome. If you like slashers, you're going to like this movie. I really like Jared Padalecki. A lot of I thought Danielle Panabaker was really good too. I thought whoever played Jason Voorhees was excellent. Um, yeah, just a really good movie. Totally a big fan. Guys, I'm a Jason fan now. I'm a Friday fan now because I like the 2009 reboot. Movie was awesome, and if you hate it, you're probably just a hater. Next is Lords of Salem from 2012, directed by Rob Zombie, stars Sherry Moon Zombie, Bruce Davidson, Jeff Daniel Phillips. A Salem radio DJ receives a mysterious record from a band called The Lords, which triggers visions tying her to the town's witch trial past. I really wanted to like this one, man. I came in with really high expectations, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be great. It's going to be witchy. It takes place in Salem. It's going to be cool. She's a DJ. There's going to be like a metal band. And it was just okay. It was just okay. Eh, I mean, I thought Cherry Moon Zombie was decent. I thought most of the acting was pretty good. There were some cool concepts here, but it just never really came together. Wasn't all that creepy. I don't think we went enough into the witchy stuff. I also thought it was like kind of goofy that like what tips off the guy is they're like, oh yeah, it was like they called themselves the Lords of Salem. And he's like, oh, let me go like research this. Like that like would never really happen because it's like a kind of a generic name for like a dark metal band. There's probably a band called the Lords of Salem. It's like a cheesy metal band, right? I just thought that was like way big of a stretch. Not a fan. Not a fan. 4 out of 10. Watchable, but not great. Next is the Amityville Horror, the classic from 1979, directed by Stuart Rosenberg, stars James Brolin, Margaret Kidder, and Rod Steiger. A family moves into a house where mass murders occurred a year earlier and is besieged by an escalating supernatural phenomenon. Guys, I haven't watched this in ages, and let me tell you, it's better than I remembered. Holy cow, is this movie good? The performances are fantastic. James Brolin's great. Margaret Kidder's actually excellent. The special effects are really good. I just think it does the story justice. It's actually not, well, it's a little bit over the top with some of the stuff it's saying, but I just didn't think it was that far over the top. I'm a fan. I mean, I've always been a fan, but I forgot how big of a fan I am. This movie's excellent, and actually, I think I said it might be a little bit overrated in the previous video. No, I was wrong. This movie is a little bit underrated. Yeah, man, I'm just like the way it does that James Brolin character, the way he descends into madness here, and his interaction with the family and the tension and the stepchildren. Everything is perfect. And honestly, I know the Amityville horror story really, really well. Again, I live pretty close to Amityville. I think it does it justice. Like it's again, like no one said that it was a portal to hell or anything like that. But I think for the most part, it actually is pretty fair to the story. Definitely, guys, if you haven't watched it, you haven't watched it in a while, go back and watch it. Awesome. Also, like the sound design, the score, it's really good. Next was a surprise. Christine from 1983, directed by John Carpenter, stars Keith Gordon, John Stockwell, and Alexandra Paul. A nerdy teen buys a rundown 1958 Plymouth Fury that turns out to be a sentient, murderously jealous, and able to repair itself. Loved it. Favorite John Carpenter film. This movie is so good. I'm so happy. I've never seen it before. I was so happy I watched this. Guys, this is a movie that I put off watching because I was like, a killer car. Come on. Like, what are you asking me to watch? You want to watch a killer car movie? Like, come on. It's stupid. And it is stupid, but John Carpenter makes it not stupid. Literally, it's a creature feature. It's a monster flick, and it works. It works so well. The acting is excellent. I loved all of the performances. The music, the lighting, the scenes, the car itself, the way they kind of blend. I saw Cody Lee say this, and he's so right. The way they kind of blend that 50s and 80s thing is so good. I mean, obviously, it's done in the 80s, so it's pretty easy to do that, right? But the way they introduce the 50s music, and then it kind of makes it like Christine has her own killing song, or different like killing songs. The way it speaks about love and obsession, I thought was really, really interesting. I love this movie. The movie is awesome. And I know they're talking about redoing it. I would support it. I doubt it would be as good as this because I think it would be really hard to capture it. I think it's really easy to make a bad killer car movie. Next is a movie that I have definitely seen before, but I wanted to rewatch it. And because I'm like not the biggest fan, I want to see if maybe I would change it. It's 1982's The Thing. Again, John Carpenter stars Kurt Russell, Wilford Brimley, Keith David. An anarchic research crew is hunted by a shape-shifting alien that can perfectly imitate anyone it assimilates. Here's the thing about The Thing, and it really hit home this watch. The first 20 more minutes are boring as shit. But once you get past that, it is awesome. Okay. It is awesome. It has moments where it's boring. And again, for me, it's basically just the beginning. After that, yeah, this is amazing. And I will say that. Okay. Kurt Russell's just phenomenal. I love the captain. The acting's really good in this. It just explores hysteria, right? Or it explores what's the word I'm looking for? But like just being everyone is afraid of everyone. We don't have answers. It's just a really awesome, awesome movie. I think most of you have seen it. Um, the only thing I'll say is like I don't love sci-fi. I don't really love the setting of the movie. So it would never really be on like my Mount Rushmore, or even close to like a top 10 for me. But yes, this is a really good movie. I even want to watch it again. And when I rate movies, rewatch factor is always a really, really big part of it. So The Thing went up. And last but not least, number 16 on my list was Dead Silence from 2007. This was streaming for a while, and I saw Lost River Drive and recommended it, and I was like, okay, I'll watch this. So it's actually directed by James Wan, which I didn't know. It stars Ryan Quanten, Amber Valletta, Donnie Wahlberg. A man investigates his wife's murder and uncovers the curse of vengeful ventriloquist Mary Shaw and her army of dolls. Okay, here's the thing. Lost River Drive, when I watched it, said, hey, this movie used to scare the crap out of me. And here's the thing. If I was like 13, okay, 2007, so I would have been like 17. Even 17, hadn't seen as many horror movies as I'd seen, and wasn't 20 years later. This would definitely scare the shit out of me because it has a lot of really creepy imagery, a lot of stuff that's going to get a lot of people who are not that into horror, who've not seen a trillion horror movies, right? But it kind of sucks, and there are a lot of plot holes in this movie, guys. Like, oh my gosh, first of all, like, why does our lead, like, he goes home and then Donnie Wahlberg like just follows him, like he's totally out of his jurisdiction, like you can't do that, but like he's obviously the primary suspect, like you would keep him under, you would arrest him, like why would you not? You have a murder, is a really serious crime, like why would you not arrest him? He doesn't have a lawyer. It would be really easy to arrest him right there, and they just decide not to. And the other thing is like it was like his great uncle who was like the first person killed. A big spoilers throughout this, by the way. Sorry if you're watching this far, you've already got a lot of spoilers. And like he like has like no real idea about this. Like they're both from the same town, and like neither of them like really know anything about this, despite like kids being murdered like all throughout their childhood. They're both just kind of like, yeah, do you remember that like nursery rhyme? And then I don't know. It's like she has this perfect doll, and the perfect doll is the wife, the new wife, the husband. I did kind of see that coming, which if you call back, well, I didn't see her coming as the perfect doll, but I was like, she's definitely the bad guy. But like, why is she using like the other crappy dolls to kill people? Like, why is she not just using this woman who's like gorgeous and like looks like a human? I thought the reveal was pretty cool. I didn't see that coming. Let's say the good. There's scary imagery throughout. I actually thought some of the shots are pretty cool. I thought the reveal with the dad was pretty creepy, man. That was fun. And I liked how like she's a ventriloquist, so she can mimic his voice. I really liked Donnie Wahlberg. I did not like her lead. I thought Donnie Wahlberg was really fun. That added just some lightness to the movie. It's not a good movie, but it's an entertaining movie. Okay, so I'll say that about Dead Silence. Is it good? No, it's not good, but it's entertaining, which is more than I could say that some of the films on this list. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got. It's everything I watched in July. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.